Hey guys, I'm Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, and I'm based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. Have you ever been on a photo shoot where you needed to illuminate a relatively large group of people and utilized a relatively large light source to illuminate everybody pretty evenly? But the problem is, in addition to lighting the group, you also end up lighting everything else around them, and you get all this light spillage down here. Well, today what I want to do is I want to show you a very quick and simple trick to utilize Lightroom to go from here to here and fix that light spillage problem. This is 50/50 tip and trick number 9. Welcome to 50/50 tip and trick number 9. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but I thought I would share this with you. And the whole purpose of these 50/50 videos is that you got to keep in mind that 50% of the people watching this have probably already seen this and are aware of this and think, okay, yeah, duh, I already knew that. But 50% of the people who are watching this may not be aware of this at all, because in a program like Lightroom, there are a million little tips and tricks and things that you can do in Lightroom. Most people only know about 20 or 30% of Lightroom's capability. And this is one of those tools that's there that a lot of folks may not even realize exists. So let me go ahead and explain the scenario and how I go about solving it utilizing Lightroom. Now, if you're anything like me, I photograph a lot against the sun. And sometimes I photograph large families, and I need a bigger light source to illuminate all of them. Sometimes an on-camera flash or even an on-camera flash won't cut it, and I need a larger light source to get 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 people lit appropriately in a scene. What that usually means is, again, a larger light source. Maybe it's a big umbrella, maybe it's a big softbox, but it's a big light source. And in order to illuminate everybody properly, like you can see here, one of the downsides of that is you get all of this. On the ground, it's all lit. Sometimes the spill is very defined and it looks amateurish and terrible, especially when you're new. When you're a new photographer, you tend to light a subject, you discover off-camera flash, and you light a subject, and you think it's the greatest thing in the world, but you start dealing with all this spillage of light all over the place because light isn't that well controlled. And of course, my dog decided to start whining next to me, so pause. Of course, the question then becomes, what do you do about it? Well, fortunately in Lightroom, there's a lot of tools that allow you to fix this. There's a couple of things you can do. The first thing, you go into the tools panel here, or go into the local adjustment panel here. These right here, you've got spot correction, you've got red eye reduction, you've got the graduated filter. I don't even know what this thing does. And then you have the brush. You could take a brush and do the exposure down to here and go like this and just start coloring in a darker exposure. That's one way to do it. It's good, but sometimes it comes out a little bit uneven and it's not exactly what you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I want to talk to you about the graduated filter. Typically, the graduated filter is designed to take down a very brightly lit sky. When you first put in the graduated filter, this is what you get. It's designed to bring the illumination of the sky down so you have a more balanced scene. If you've ever seen a graduated filter that you put in front of your camera, the top side is really dark and the bottom side is pretty clear. And it's graduated in the sense that it's gradual in terms of darkest to brightest. And you do that so that you put one of those filters on in front of your camera lens so that, let's say for example, you want to illuminate the foreground, but you want to intentionally darken the sky. You do that because sometimes the sky is really bright and it's going to get overexposed in your shot, and a graduated filter will help tamp that down. But you can also do it virtually via Lightroom. But a typical graduated filter is designed to take down the sky. So you can see in this instance, it gets really dark, or I can move it up and make it really bright, but only about half of the image is affected. So what I want to do is I want to invert the graduated filter. So I'm going to rotate this around like this, and I'm going to utilize the graduated filter to darken the ground. And then I can adjust it upwards or downwards like so to get it to a place where it looks pretty natural, like right around there. So it eliminates all of that light spillage, and it gives you a much more professional and cleaner looking image. I use this a lot. The best part about this, if you take a series of shots, like 20 or 30 pictures, you can sync this. I'm going to shift and click to cover all these pictures. I click sync, and it'll copy the graduated filter across all those pictures that look similar in terms of how they were lit. So that's a very, very quick and simple 50/50 tip and trick for today. How to utilize the graduated filter in Lightroom to take down light spillage in your images. I'm Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give me a like, or better yet, subscribe. And until the next time, happy shooting.